Accounting 202 used to look like what you would think of a stereotypical accounting class. It really perpetuated the stereotype that accounting is kind of boring, and it was a typical lecture, and so we'd throw up some PowerPoint slides and we'd talk about a topic and maybe we'd work through some problems in class, and it was all FaceTime, and the students were expected to read these large, very exciting textbooks before they came to class and work through some homework problems. I did use an online homework manager, which was great because that reduced my grading a little bit and gave the students immediate feedback. After the redesign, the classes changed considerably. I reduced the talking head time and the lectures considerably, and most of what we do in class now are in-class activities. Well, we'll work through a problem. We have a case study where we've actually created a business, and this business belongs to the class, and we work that business through and we see changes in the business and we apply managerial accounting concepts. And so the student comes in, they know we're going to be working on newly recycled pet products. We're going to do some hands-on activities, and our slides now are clicker slides, and so the student also knows that he or she has to be prepared when they come to class because these clicker slides do count towards their grade. It's my assurance that they've actually listened to the lectures and or read the textbook before they come to class, so that we're actually making the best use of our times. Classes now can be very exciting. So a lot of talking, a lot of teamwork. Even on the clicker slides, I allow them to work together. And so you've got students talking back and forth. You'll have them, "Hey, what answer did you get? No, it can't be that." So there's a lot of feedback going on, a lot of interaction, and they're teaching themselves actually how to do the problems, how to understand the concepts, and it's been very rewarding. So how are the students spending their time basically? Well, what the students do now, instead of listening to a lecture in class, which for accounting, typically the attendance at class wasn't really huge before because nobody wanted to listen to lectures. But the student will listen to lectures or read the textbook or both before they come to class. And that should be done before the chapter. And I do about one chapter a week, which is pretty typical. So once a week maybe they're actually doing this work where they're listening ahead of time and they're reading ahead of time. Then we have activities online. There are assessments. I do vocabulary quizzes online, and I do review assessments online, and the review assessments aren't worth very many points. It's just an idea that they get to do these reviews before we do exams. The students will do their homework online, and it's due once a week on Sunday at midnight. In class, it's all interactive, as I mentioned before, and so they're talking in class. It's not quiet. It's not like a graveyard like it used to be. Now people are talking in class and they're actually engaged in the materials. We try to relate the materials to their particular majors, and it works out really well because everybody can take a role in this case study. We still do our exams in class. So we still do our midterms in class. After class, they may have an activity that needs to be completed. We started in class, it needs to be completed. They do have a team research project in managerial accounting, which is brand new. And they can actually use YouTube and some other online sources as some of their research, so they like that. And they create videos, so some of their off-class time is spent creating a video or somehow allow me to virtually view their presentation as a group. I see a lot of activity in the discussion rooms in Vista. So I've got students talking back and forth, and every team has a Vista discussion board in a chat room. And then there's a main chat room as well. And so you see a lot of that feedback asking, how did you get this answer? How did you do this? I see a lot more interaction because they've gotten to know each other in class. And so now they transfer that into their off-class activities.